Hello guys, Adam here from Pause Games and welcome back to Planet Zoo. So today this is another, not really a tutorial, not really anything kind of video, but what we are going to do is take a look at all of the guest facilities that are in the game. So the current ones, the ones that are right here in the very first public build, final build version 1 of the game. I'm also going to look at a couple of other little bits and pieces that you can do with guest facilities. So if you do want to enjoy this video, don't forget to give us a like down below and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with all of the content. So let's jump in and get started. So here we are in our kind of tutorial park that we did. We started with the ride the other day. Yeah, today we're going to look at guest facilities. So the first thing that we've got here is the ATM. So it's pretty self-explanatory. You can charge guests to use the ATMs if you really want to, and you can synchronize the prices across all of the ATMs in your park if you would like. You can change all the colors, and it obviously has your different running costs just here. They randomly do have a scenery rating, however this one is listed as staff room scenery, so I think that is probably a little bug in the game. So Frontier, you might want to update that little tooltip. Next up is the donation box. Now these are what you put outside your enclosures and make a little bit of money from your guests. Now it tells you all the information on these when you click on them, how many guests have donated, what the sort of lifetime amount of money has been made, and also what the top species sort of donations come from. You can change the colours down here, but I also believe you can hide these in other things in the game, so you can stick them in scenery so they're not as obvious. Obviously this little spinny thing at the top is a little bit obnoxious, so hopefully they develop one of these without this little animation. That would be lovely. Okay, so first of all we're going to go on to the food stall. So the first one we have is the Cosmic Cow milkshakes. Now a lot of these are going to be, well, all of these are going to be very similar if you are a Planet Coaster player, but if you are new to the game I will go through them and you can have a look at the products. So the first one, like I said, is the Cosmic Cow milkshake. So it tells you on the front page here who is the staff member in there and what their sort of staff rating is, and we'll go on to a whole other video and a whole other topic on how to manage your staff and all that kind of stuff later on down the line. But for now all you need to know is there's a staff member there and that is their sort of star rating. The higher the star, the better the service they give. So what are the prices? Here are the different options. So prices, it gives you what options the place sells, and these can all be turned on and off. So if you only want to sell one item, you can do that. So this one sells strawberry, vanilla and chocolate cosmic shakes. Here you can set all the prices and select different condiments if you wish, so every single drink can be customizable. Currently the default is this, everything is set to off. You can obviously turn these on, but it does incur extra losses to your revenue. So my advice, if you're going to add all these condiments on, up that price. And then same as the ATMs, if you want to synchronize all the costs across all stores, so every single outlet in the park that is a Cosmic Cow milkshake will have the same pricing. Turn that on. And then here, finances and events. Again, it just tells you the sort of lifetime profit against its kind of losses. Obviously there's no guests in this park, so it's going to have a lot of losses, and a little bit of information down here in terms of its sort of customer satisfaction and how many customers they served. Next up we've got the Gulpy Slush. So it's all the same on here. I'll just go through what each one sells. So this one is a pink, blue, orange and green slush. Condiments for this one is ice or no ice, which seems a bit strange as it's a slush, so surely it's all got ice in it, but that's the option you get on this one. Next up we've got Gulpy Energy. This one has Gulpy Energy and Gulpy Energy XL. Condiments again for this is ice. Makes more sense in this one because this is a can of drink as opposed to actually already being a slushy. Okay, then we've got Gulpy Soda. So this is your typical stuff. We've got a Gulpy Guava, Gulpy Zero Cal, Gulpy Watermelon. So these would be your Coke or Pepsi products in a grand scheme of things. Again, condiment is ice on this one. Then we've got another brand which is Pip Shot Juice. So this one is selling blackcurrant, orange and summer fruits. Again, ice or fruit pieces this time is the condiment on offer. Another Pip Shot now with Pip Shot Smoothies. This one has got tropical, summer berry, orange sunshine and green kale. Again, we've got ice and fruit pieces for this one. Then we've got the healthy option, the Pip Shot Water. So this is mineral water or XL variants, again with an ice option. And finally, for the drinks, another brand that's made its way over from Planet Coaster is Street Fox Coffee. Now this one is, you can have your Americano, double espresso, cappuccino, mocha, decaf, all in this one with your condiments being sugar, milk or cream. So there you go, there are your options for all the drinks. Right, let's have a look at the food options. So again, these have all kind of migrated over from Planet Coaster, but it makes sense, it's the same world, same universe. So the first thing we've got here is a Chief Beef. The rest of these don't have any power, but ignore that, we don't need power for this. So exactly the same as before, tells you all the same information and also which staff member is in there. And the prices for this one and the options, we've got Chief Beef Burger XL and Chief Burger. Condiments wise, we've got ketchup, gherkins, mustard, lettuce and cheese. Then we move over to another brand, Cosmic Cow, and this is ice cream in this one. So we've seen the milkshakes already, now we've got the ice cream variant. So here we've got Moon Dust Vanilla Ice Cream, Solar Flare Strawberry, Comet Tail Bubblegum, Green Goo Mint Chocolate, and these come with sprinkles, fudge, chocolate sauce or strawberry sauce. Okay, another new brand now is Hot Dog Squad. So this one, as you can imagine, serves hot dogs, jumbo or regular, condiments, ketchup, gherkins, mustard, onions or chili sauce. Next up, Mexcellente. This one is serving us tacos, regular or large. We've got cheese, jalapenos, sour cream, guacamole or salsa as the options on this one. Okay, so next up we've got Missy Good Donuts. So this one we've got donut small, medium, large box or a jumbo box. Condiments here is sprinkles on top. Seems a bit of a weird additional extra, but there you go, that's the one for that one. Next up we've got Monsieur Fritz. So basically french fries, small or medium, on sale here with ketchup, salt, vinegar or mayonnaise as your options. And finally, for the current food options, we have Pizza Pen. So here we've got margarita, pepperoni, Hawaiian or 4-cheese pizza slice with condiments, anchovies, onions, chili sauce, extra cheese or peppers. So as you can see from all those food options, there are a lot of different variants you can do to sort of keep it up and keep everything sort of new and exciting for your lovely little guests. Right then, let's move away from food and drink and now go on to a bit of merch. How are you going to sell this stuff to your guests? So here we go. We've got an information centre, which is the first thing here. So first of all, let's have a look inside. It's got a nice little zoo vibe. This one obviously looks a lot different to the one that is in Planet Coaster, but there is a similar thing available in that as well. So what is this thing going to sell? Let's have a quick look. So again, all this is exactly the same. Prices, we have an audio guide, an adoption pack cheap, adoption pack normal, and adoption pack expensive, blue, green, purple, red, yellow umbrellas. So for all those, anyone out there who's a sort of roller coaster tycoon 1 or 2 kind of person, you'll know that the big thing that we used to do in Roller Coaster Tycoon was you would sell different coloured umbrellas in different areas of the park to manage guest flow. It's something we used to do back in the day because it was a very primitive system. If you really wanted to test that out in this, you have that option. So they're all the different they're the different colours you can have. Obviously we've got audio guides for around the park, adoption packs. I don't know if any of this actually relates to your education kind of conservation stuff in the game, or if it's purely just there for profit. I'm not sure, but it's good to know that this stuff does exist here in the information kiosk. Okay, then we've got a classic from Planet Coaster, Hats Fantastic. So a hat shop. However, this one is obviously a little bit more themed to zoos and safaris. So we've got a rhino, lion, wild dog or a spider hat, which are available to purchase from this outlet. Okay, the next thing we've got here is just a memento. So this is basically your normal gift shop. So here we've got cuddly toys, picture books, t-shirts, adoption packs. Again, it's being sold here. But yeah, it's generally your gift shop. So if you're having any kind of little gift shop in your park, one of these will do the trick. And then last but not least for the shops, we've got Looney Balloons. So these are red, orange, green, yellow, pink in terms of your colours. Again, you use these in Roller Coaster Tycoon to gauge guest flow. So these are just like the umbrellas you would use in certain areas of the park, so you knew exactly where people are wandering around. I don't think people in this game hold the balloons. If they do, I don't really notice. Maybe they do, I'm not sure. But in Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, pretty much every guest would buy one of these things on the way past. But yeah, have fun with them. You have different colours. And the adoption packs are also for sale here with the balloon stall. Okay, then we've got, these still count as facilities for the guest, but we've got toilets. So here we've got a little bit more information, which gives us, again, the tooltip on this one says staff room, so I think they really need to update these. If you wanted to charge for the toilets, you can. I don't know why you would. But you can. And the cleanliness ratings here, because obviously the cleanliness of the toilets is quite important to your guest rating. If the cleanliness score goes down, these will start getting green and smelly, and guests will not be very happy. So ensure you are staying up to date with the cleanliness here. To do that, obviously make sure you've got a lot of, what are they called in this game? Caretakers. Make sure you've got a lot of caretakers to clean your areas. And we will go on to a little bit more detail in the staffing in another video, but there's a thing where you can do with a work roster, which sort of makes them only work in a specific area. My advice is use that. But like I said, we'll do another video on that soon to explain work rosters and staffing a little bit better. So those are all the facilities as they're sort of bare bones. But what else does the game give you? So if you're not sort of that confident with the building system in this game just yet, but you also don't want to just plonk down these horrible buildings, as you probably notice, each one does have a scenery rating. So if it is 0 and red whenever a guest walks past, obviously that is going to work negatively against having this in the park, this facility in the park. So really you want to add a bit of scenery. So what's the best way of doing that? Like I said, if you're not that familiar with the building system, don't worry, the game does come with quite a few blueprints that will help you. So here's a quick look at some of the ones that come with the game. So there's a few different themes already in, and these are just already in there in the facilities. So if you go over to guest facilities, you get all these different themed options as well as your bare bones. So let's have a quick look through them. So this first one is a little bit of an Indian style, using the Indian building pieces. So again, it gives you a little bit of inspiration of what you can do with the game. But if you want to just quickly plonk down some facilities, that is your best bet, as they are actually quite nice. And then if you look at the scenery rating of one of these, just by having it in this little building, bumps it up to 55%. Next up, we've got more of a British theme. This one is for sort of an empty shell for some shops. So any of the shops and facilities we've just gone through will plonk in here. And again, really nice little building. Will fit in most generic areas of a park. This one, but it's really nice. Even got these little billboards out the front if you'd like to use any of those. And these are editable text as well. So if you want to add something on there, like hot dogs here. Then you can. Hashtag doesn't want to be at the end. There you go. Hot dogs here. Lovely. And we'll do another video on signage and all that kind of stuff a little bit later down the line, but that is generally how they work. Here from the Asian set, again, another little shell for a shop or sort of food outlet or anything like that. Any of them will fit in here. And again, another editable sign just at the top, just there. So just very quickly, if anyone was a bit confused what I've just done there, if you want to edit anything that's in one of these prefab buildings, remember this is all built piece by piece in the game. This isn't just one uneditable item. Everything that you're looking at here is all individual pieces. So you can chop and change anything you want by clicking on it and then go to enter group edit mode. So once you edit into that, every single individual piece you can click on and edit. So if you want to get rid of the door, you can do. If you want to get rid of the overhang, you can do. Want to get rid of one of these lights, it's gone. And equally, if you want to edit this, you can. Edit me. There you go, like that. So everything is so much so editable and customizable in this game, and that's the genius of it. It's a great system. Next up, another one from this sort of Indian set. The one before was a bit more sort of safari. This one is a little bit more sort of town. So we've got a nice little display on the edge here with little bottles and things, and again it's got a little space for a shop front just there. And then moving on to two more very, very generic ones. These could fit pretty much anywhere. This one's kind of a little bit more Art Deco, room for 2 shops inside, and the end one just here, just for one little shop. Again, very simple, but it does fit in most places. And again, just having that little shell looks so much better than having one of these blank ones, as you can see just here. As you can tell from the sort of idea of them, they need to be covered up really. Oh, that one's got a little bit of clipping. Oh dear, Frontier. That's you need to work on that one, boys. Anyway, that is basically our little overview of the shops. So there's not much more really to talk about other than the vendors. Now, if you're playing in Sandbox, I'm pretty certain you can turn off all the stuff to do with staffing. Now, you can in Planet Coaster. Yeah, basically here, look, disable staff choosing to quit. So they won't quit, they won't get mad. So they'll just deal with it. If you'd leave that on, you can see now they're all getting miserable, walking around sad. But yeah, they will quit eventually. So my guess, look at the army of them like zombies. My recommendation in Sandbox is just turn that on. So then they're going to be unhappy, but berate. They won't quit, and you don't have to keep hiring them all the time. And you can have this little army of sort of vendors moping around. Yeah, not great really. But we'll go. Like I say, we'll talk more about staffing and all that kind of stuff in another video. As fundamentally, you don't need to know much about that in the basics. So that's going to do us for a little overview on the guest features. So just put them down. Like, you need a good split around your park. Make sure you've got a lot of toilets, and make sure they're very clean, and give a good variety of food and drink options for your guests. Otherwise, they're just going to get mad, and then your rating will be very, very low. So yeah, best advice, just plonk them down everywhere. Anywhere you've got a bit of space, plonk them in, but try and make them look quite pretty. Even if you want to just use these in-game pieces, they are really nice, these shells. So it's definitely something in my builds that I've already used and I will continue using just for ease, because they are very nicely done. So yeah, use them, might as well. They're in the game and they fit nicely, so why not? So that's going to do us for a very little sort of tutorial, sort of look kind of thing at the guest features. Like I said, we'll do another one soon looking at staff features and staff buildings, and also an in-depth look at really how to manage your staff as well. And yeah, if there's anything else in the game you would like to see me go through, let me know. I've got quite a bit of experience with Planet Coaster, so I can try and help you out the best I can. So let me know down below if there's anything specific you want us to cover. But if not, don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date with all the latest content. We're not, as well as doing these little videos, we're also playing through the campaign and also doing some builds here in the game. So it's a little bit mixed and varied. So if that's the sort of stuff you're into, drop us a subscribe. And also, if you have enjoyed this video, give us a like down below. It really does help us out. Fancy a chat, head over to Twitter or Discord. All the links are down below in the description. But for now, guys, thank you ever so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Cheers, bye.